Alright, a friend of mine showed this to me earlier today, and so I figured I would record a video on how to implement it and what the whole point is behind it. So if you go to github.com/helloideabox, you'll see the BB, which is obviously short for Beaver Builder, theme visual hook guide. And all this is a plugin that's not in the repository. And I went ahead and I normally would use Git, but in this case I'm just hitting the download button, download the zip file, and downloads it, it unzips it. And because I have local development going on here, I have beaverbuilder.dev, so I have a little website, web server running on my machine. And if you're just doing this and you're developing cowboy coding or whatever, download it and then upload it onto your web server. But I'm going to go into the plugins directory here and just drag over what I just did. And I'm going to remove this -master. Master is a Git term. All right, so now I should have the plugin. So I have Beaver Builder active, the Beaver Builder theme, and the plugin active. And I go over here and look at my installed plugins. I should have this theme visual hook guide. I'm going to activate it. I'm going to go to the front end, and nothing is going to look different except this. So we can basically display our action hooks. Shows you where they are all throughout the theme. So if you're trying to get, let's use the term masthead, where you might want to have, I don't know, social media icons or something like that, you wanted it to show up before the header, you can do that pretty easily. Now that you know that that's the name of the hook we want to try to get into. So let me show you. So I could go into the BB theme and make changes, and then when I get an update, I would lose my changes. So what you want to do is use the child theme. So make sure you have the child theme active here. So this is the child theme, so it will never get an update. And we want to go in here, and we're going to add a hook. And I'm a copy and paste person, so I'm going to copy this. I'm going to want to add action, and we're going to call it, we're going to prefix it with Aaron Beaver Builder here. And, oh, that's not what I want to do actually. Got a little ahead of myself. I want to do the action on a specific hook. And that hook is this. And I want when that hook called FL before header is called, we want to call a specific function. And I could call this function anything I want. I want it to make sense to me. So when I'm looking at the code, I know that this is the FL before header action. So we put this action in here and I hit save. I'm going to get an error because the function doesn't exist. So we're going to create the function and we're going to call it Aaron BB. I'm not sure why it's not prefixing, but I'm going to copy, or not prefixing, fill it out for me. Okay, so now we have this action being called. So this action's calling this function, and right now it's doing nothing. But if I go in here and hit echo, Aaron is cool, and hit save, Aaron is cool. So I'm actually going to go ahead and copy this and paste here, just so you can see before the top bar. We'll be smart. we'll call it, we'll prefix this with, whoops, prefix this with FL after top bar, and copy this function name. Aaron is less cool. Hit save, and now that should show up. Oh, yep, that'll get you every time. Now refresh. So let's say we wanted this to have a div class equals masthead, and okay, so I went ahead and went into my style sheet, cheated a little bit. So this div has the background black, color of the text is that, and the min height is 20. So if you wanted to add something, anywhere in the theme, pretty much you could just do a hook. So if you wanted to have something show up after your, let's say, your copyright here, we would see that we need to use this function, or that action actually. So let's go in here. We will add another action on this function. Let's do Aaron BB, paste, and then we want to take our function and at this function, cite by Aaron Ryman. Not the prettiest. Well, let's do this. Echo. Echo. All right, so in theory, cite by Aaron Ryman. So now let's go and clear our hooks, just so we don't see them anymore, and cite by Aaron Ryman, and that stuff is there. So that's how this plugin works. It just shows you what all of the hooks are, and I guess where they are and what they do.